Boudica. 60 AD. Roman Britain. A woman, beaten and humiliated by the empire, rises with an army of more than 100,000 warriors. Her name strikes fear in Rome's most disciplined legions, Boudica, Queen of the Iceni, in a single uprising. Her forces would destroy entire Roman settlements, including Camulodunum, the provincial capital. We would burn Londinium, the city that would one day become London. They would advance with such fury that Roman historians later wrote that the ground was piled with bodies. This is the true story of the warrior queen who shook the Roman Empire. The woman who led one of the most devastating rebellions in Roman British history. This is Boudica of Britannia. To understand the fury that ignited a rebellion, we go back to the death of a king. Boudica was the wife of Prasutagus, ruler of the Iceni tribe in eastern Britain. The Iceni were technically allies of Rome following the Roman invasion of Britain in 43 AD. Prasutagus believed he could protect his kingdom by leaving a will, naming both the Roman Emperor Nero and his daughters as heirs. But Rome did not respect the will. When Prasutagus died around 60 AD, Roman officials seized his lands. They treated Iceni nobles like slaves. According to the Roman historian Tacitus, Boudica herself was publicly flogged, and her two daughters were assaulted. This brutality ignited a wildfire. Boudica called upon not only the Iceni, but also the powerful Trinovantes and other tribes who had suffered under Roman rule. Tens of thousands gathered. Some sources claim more than 100,000. Their first target, the city of Camulodunum. Camulodunum, modern Colchester, was Rome's provincial capital in Britain. It held a temple dedicated to Claudius, viewed by local tribes as a symbol of oppression. The Romans inside were unprepared. Tacitus writes that the defenders lacked proper troops and begged the Roman governor for help. Only 200 auxiliary soldiers were sent to few. The city fell. The temple was besieged for 2 days before it too was destroyed. Next, Boudica marched on a growing trading settlement. Londinium governor Gaius Suetonius Paulinus raced to defend the province, but he judged Londinium indefensible. He evacuated the town. Boudica showed no mercy. Londinium was burned. Then Verulamium, modern St. Albans, was attacked and destroyed. Roman accounts, particularly Tacitus and Cassius Dio, describe mass killings. Dio claims that more than 70,000 to 80,000 Romans and allies were killed, though ancient numbers may be exaggerated. Rome now faced a crisis, but Governor Suetonius regrouped his forces. Somewhere along the Roman road, known as Watling Street, the exact location still debated, Suetonius chose the battlefield. Skill. He positioned his men in a narrow defile, protected by forest, preventing Boudica's warriors from using their numbers effectively. The Romans fought in disciplined formation. Their javelins shattered the first waves of Britons, then they advanced, forming a wedge, cutting into the tribe's ranks. The Britons were routed. Ancient writers describe terrible casualties among Boudica's forces. The rebellion, in a single battle, collapsed. Boudica's fate, her fate is not fully known. Tacitus states that Boudica took poison and died. Cassius Dio claims she fell ill and died. What is certain? By 61 AD, the greatest native uprising against Roman Britain was over. Rome rebuilt the cities. Londinium rose again. And the Roman occupation of Britain continued for more than 3 centuries. But Boudica was never forgotten. Her story resurfaced in the Renaissance, and later, in Victorian Britain, she was celebrated as a national symbol of resistance. A bronze statue of Boudica now stands near the Houses of Parliament in London, showing the warrior queen in her chariot. Her revolt failed. Rome survived, but history does not remember her as a defeated rebel. Source: history remembers the moment when an empire believed to be unstoppable was forced to face a mother, a widow, a queen, who chose to fight because sometimes, even when victory is impossible, resistance changes the world. This was Boudica of the Iceni, the warrior queen who stood against Rome.